Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina wa Mawlana Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een wa ala kulli man tabi'ahum bi ihsanin ila yawmiddin amma ba'd. My dear respected brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Um, just as a small reminder on the blessed day of Friday, normally I would have a lot of people in front of me, but it's very different for me, and I'm sure it's very, very different for all of us around the world, especially on the blessed day of Friday when we are accustomed to gathering and meeting one another, especially the brothers. It's very, very different considering the situation that we are in now. But this in itself is a test from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for me and you that in every situation for a believer, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us an opportunity to reap the benefits and the reward in those situations. As the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says that, for a believer, there is always a win-win situation. There is no such thing as him losing in any situation. So if he's in a difficult situation and he is patient, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward him for it. And if he is in a good situation and he is benefiting and enjoying some kind of blessing, wealth, health, and any type of enjoyment of this world, and he is grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will also give him the reward for expressing gratitude and being grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So in both situations, the believer can benefit and attain reward. What's important though in this current climate is very important is to have anticipation, to have hope for a reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. To have anticipation and reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Remember that there is a famous hadith and we hear it often in the month of Ramadan that whoever stands in the nights of Ramadan, imanan, and the last part of the hadith is imanan wa ihtisaban, hoping with standing with iman, faith, and hoping for reward, hoping a reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then all of his past sins are forgiven. And the important ingredient in this is first of all iman, that you have faith that Allah will give you the best out of whatever situation you are in, and you have hope in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He will reward you for this sabr of this whatever situation you are going, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward you for it. So that's in the month of Ramadan. Having said that, just we are not very far from the month of Ramadan itself, less than 2 weeks left, and just 2 days ago was the middle of the month of Sha'ban, and we are reaching the end of the month of Sha'ban. So it's important, despite everything that is going on around us, we can be distracted. For the most important thing for us as Muslims is the preparation for the month of Ramadan, and the month in itself is something which is far greater in terms of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala giving us a reward for doing actions. And it's, as Muslims, despite we being Muslims, we can still be distracted with everything that's going on. And yes, this panic and difficulty that we are in this situation. But let's not always forget that we always have to still prioritize our life. Our life is a time span. There is a time span which we don't have a clue. We don't know when it's going to end, but we do know it's going to end. And one thing we know for sure, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in one of the smallest surah in the Quran, Wal Asr, by taking an oath by time, that man innal insana lafi khusr, that indeed man is in a perpetual state of loss. A perpetual meaning he's in a continuous state of loss if he is not doing anything. So if me and you are not doing anything, we are heading towards destruction. That's what the ayah is saying. We are attaining a loss rather than a gain. And then Allah gives a kadiyak, Allah gives a exception. إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, exactly what I said before about month of Ramadan, that except those who have faith, except those who believe. And followed by that belief, they also do good deeds. They perform good actions. They perform actions, and the action comes from motivation. And motivation comes from the belief that one day in the future you will be rewarded for everything that you have done. Everything that you have done, you will be rewarded. This world is not the alam, the world of jaza, the world of reward. Sometimes we get things, sometimes we don't. But the akhirah is a place of reward. So when we keep in mind the future, then that enables us to do and perform actions and gives us motivation and inspiration to perform action. Otherwise, if a person has weak faith and doesn't truly believe, there's not enough motivation to perform action. And this probably might be the case for many of us today, that we lack the drive to do good deeds and to prepare for the month of Sha'ban, to prepare for the month of Ramadan, due to the lack of our conviction in the month of Ramadan and the reward that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give us. And this is even when it comes to the dunya, when it comes to worldly activities, when it comes to worldly aspirations and ambitions, we see that why do we go through rigorous long courses, or why do we go to and venture into projects which we don't know if there will be if there will be instantaneous reward there and then. We might be a waste of time. We may be doing a course for 2 3 years, not knowing if there will be a reward for it at the end, not knowing if this will be a good for us in terms of a career. Why do we venture into projects and make investments, not knowing 100% sure that if we are going to reap the rewards and the fruits for it? Well, one of the saying goes by one of these famous people in the past, that the patience is very bitter. Patience is very bitter, but the fruits of it are sweet. The fruits of it are sweet. So one of the reasons why we venture into projects in terms of the worldly aspects is also because we anticipate, we hope for a reward in the near future. In other words, by venturing into this project, whatever that might be, you're hoping in the near future you will have a better life than you are now. You are hoping that you'll be in a better position that you are in now. So therefore, you're willing to sacrifice your time, you're willing to sacrifice your wealth, and you're willing to sacrifice your family, spending time with your family, because you believe that in the near future you'll be in a better position to spend more time with them, to have more time, and to gain more wealth, in at least in this world. And we do that in this dunya, in this world. So what can be said of us as Muslims specifically, that how should we prepare for our akhirah? And the best preparation is when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prepares for us a farm, and all we have to do is take the harvest by putting the effort in. And the best way is, like I said, that the month of Ramadan, which is a month of mercy, and the famous verse we hear every single year, and the only verse in the Quran regarding the month of Ramadan, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks about it verse after verse. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kutiba alaykumus siyam. O those who believe, fasting has been ordained upon you. Kama كُتِبَ عَلَى الَّذِينَ مِن قَبْلِكُمْ, as it has been ordained to people before you, لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ, perhaps you may adopt taqwa. And this is a beautiful verse in the sense that I know we hear it every single year, but one of the things about the Quran is very important is to do tadabbur. Tadabbur means to reflect, to ponder deeply over the verses of the Quran. Because what you might take from a verse of the Quran, I might not take. No one is saying to you to take rulings out, but when you sit down peacefully in a quiet place, and this is a perfect opportunity to do this when we are isolated so much in our homes. If you take one, two verses and just ponder over it, something that you take from the verse of the Quran, I will not take. Something that comes to your mind will not come to my mind, and something that comes to my mind will not hit you. So when it comes to this verse, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, an oft repeated verse, especially in the month of Ramadan, that fasting has been prescribed for you as it has been prescribed for people before you. We learn that fasting has always been the standard for every generation, for every major religion of Islam. In fact, most of the religion. Although there are differences in the way a person fasts, and we know how we fast from the time of dawn till sunset, but every major religion, and even people who want to experience a kind of spirituality, a connection to whatever they believe is the unseen, is normally these people fast away from food and drink. So one of the lessons that we learn from this verse is that even the previous nations, they fasted. And this is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, one of the main reasons is for our connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that hopefully, la'allakum, perhaps you, tattaqun, may adopt taqwa. Perhaps if we do the rest of the actions that goes along with the fasting. And if we, as I said at the beginning, have hope, ihtisaban. Well, before hope, imanan wa ihtisaban ghufira lah. If you have iman, faith, faith in what? In that Allah will give you that reward. And if you have ihtisab, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you know, in the future that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you reward for everything He promised, then only then we can have that motivation despite the difficulties and the hardship that we may be experiencing at this time. So lastly, I'd like to say that today is what we have. And the famous quote that we hear often, that today is what you have, today is the present, and that yesterday was the past, and the future is unknown. It is a very famous quote which is quoted in many, many different ways. And the crux of the message of this quote is that today is what you have. Forget the past, forget the future. Today is what you have, so make the most of today. And although this quote in and of itself is very, very appreciative and understandable, that make the most of today in and of itself, this is the moment. But let us forget the main point of today being special. The main point of now being special is because what you anticipate for the future, what you expect in the future. So today is not important if you don't have any anticipation or you don't have a clue what you want in the future. Then today means nothing. You can do what right now. If you don't have a plan for the future of where you want to be and who you want to be, then today doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all, because you can do whatever you like because you don't have a plan for the future. So therefore, it's important that we have a plan for the future so that we can have the motivation and the ambition to make of something of today. And today is not important if you don't have a plan for the future. And the reason why today and this moment is special is because in context of the fact that in the future we will benefit from today of what we are performing and what actions we are performing today to reap the benefits in the future, inshallah. So I will I will just say a few more things regarding the preparations, and just a few words again with this disease that's uh, pandemic that's spreading around the world. I'm sure that you have heard so much, and I've listened to so much over the last few days. And again, what can I say? I mean, I think that going back to what I said is that as a believers, we have to do, and this is a general for anyone really, that we have to be optimistic and we have to be positive and we have to do the best we can wherever we are with whatever we have. We have to do the best we can with wherever we may be, with whatever you have, because what else, realistically speaking, what else can you do? If you are at your homes, then try to come and approach it in a positive manner and think, what can I do to improve my day? Because if you don't come with that mindset, then the opposite will happen. If you don't come with this mindset, the opposite will happen, where I know that now we are stuck with our families like never before, husband, wife, children, and it can become very, very difficult, especially for people with younger children. But it's very important that we take our life. I always say this in my Jummah khutbahs that we take our life, the whole scenario of our life, from the moment we wake up till the time we go to sleep. Because when we wake up, right, when we wake up, we say the dua. When we go to sleep, we say the dua. So when we wake up, when we see our children, we should greet them with salam. Take every opportunity now to give yourself and give your wife, and wife giving the two children, and everyone be in itself a role model for each one, because we're all going to have shortcomings, because everyone's going to be in each other's face so much, but we all have to try and work collectively as a team to make ourselves better, so that when we do come out after this lockdown, we can be better people. In the month of Ramadan, so many of us, in the last 10 days, we performed the itikaf. And itikaf means seclusion, seclusion from something. We, in a way now, many of us are performing itikaf in our homes with our whole families. This is a time to make the most of our time and do a'mals, do actions together that we can benefit one another. When you do things together, there's more likelihood that you will benefit from your actions. To do things on your own is not always easy. So let's perform things as husband, wife, children. Let's perform things together. And there's so much that can be said with regards to doing things. And hopefully, inshallah, in the coming weeks, uh, when we sit together, we can learn more, myself and you. And I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes it easy for you during this time. Like I said, be strong, be positive. When this time is over, you, as Muslims, we have to learn that what kind of transform the world will be transformed many ways, but we have to, more priority for us is what kind of transformation that did we come out with spiritually, mentally, and how did we come out with in this time. So let us focus on that, and I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy. Also, before I end, I just like to say there will be a short Urdu reminder as well by Imam Adil now. So please stay on there so you can also benefit from the Urdu speech. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان صدق اللہ العظیم۔ محترم حضرات، جیسا کہ ہم جانتے ہیں کہ اللہ تعالیٰ نے ہمیں رمضان المبارک جیسا ایک مبارک مہینہ عطا کیا ہے جس کی بہت ساری برکتیں، رحمتیں، وسعتیں چھپی ہوئی ہے، اور جس میں اللہ تعالیٰ نے ہمیں قرآن جیسی ایک مقدس کتاب عطا کی ہے۔ اللہ تعالیٰ کا ارشاد ہے، شہر رمضان الذی انزل فیہ القرآن، یہی وہ مہینہ ہے جس میں اللہ تعالیٰ نے یہی وہ مہینہ ہے جس میں اللہ تعالیٰ نے قرآن کو نازل کیا، اور جس کی وجہ بھی اللہ آگے بتا رہا ہے، ہدی للناس، کہ لوگوں کی ہدایت کے لیے، تاکہ اس پر چل کر لوگ اللہ تعالیٰ کا قرب حاصل کرے۔ رمضان المبارک کا مہینہ بطور ایک مہمان کے ہیں جو اللہ تعالیٰ نے ہمیں عطا کیا ہے۔ جس طرح ایک مہمان ہمارے گھر میں جب آتا ہے تو ہم اس کی مہمان نوازی کرتے ہیں، تو رمضان کی مہمان نوازی یہ ہے کہ ہم اس مبارک مہینے میں اللہ کی اطاعت کریں اور تقوی اختیار کریں، گناہوں سے بچے رہیں، دعا و استغفار کرتے رہیں، اور زیادہ سے زیادہ عبادت کرنے کی کوشش کریں۔ اللہ تعالیٰ نے جس طرح اس امت کو رمضان المبارک کا مہینہ عطا کیا، اسی طرح اللہ تعالیٰ نے پچھلی امتوں کو بھی روزی کی فرضیت عطا کی تھی۔ اللہ تعالیٰ کا ارشاد ہے، یا ایھا الذین آمنوا کتب علیکم الصیام کما کتب علی الذین من قبلکم لعلکم تتقون، کہ ایمان والو، ہم نے تم پر روزے فرض کیے ہیں جس طرح کہ تم سے پہلی امتوں پر فرض کیے تھے۔ جس کا مقصد اللہ تعالیٰ بتا رہا ہے، اس کا مقصد یہی ہے، لعلکم تتقون، کہ تم تقوی اختیار کرو۔ اور تقوی یہ ہے کہ ہم اپنے آپ کو نفسانی خواہشات سے بچائے رکھیں، اللہ تعالیٰ کی عبادت کریں اور اللہ کا قرب حاصل کرنے کی کوشش کریں۔ یہ اس کا مقصد ہے جو اللہ تعالیٰ ہمیں قرآن کی آیت کے ذریعے ہمیں بیان کر رہا ہے۔ اور اللہ تعالیٰ جس طرح ہر بندے کو اس کے اعمال پر اجر و ثواب عطا کرتا ہے، حدیث شریف میں آپ صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم کا ارشاد ہے کہ جب کوئی بندہ کوئی اچھے اعمال کرتا ہے تو اللہ تعالیٰ اس کو اس کے عمل کا بدل 10 سے 700 گنا تک، اور اللہ جسے چاہے اسے زیادہ عطا کرے۔ لیکن اللہ تعالیٰ رمضان المبارک کے مہینے میں اگر کوئی روزے رکھتا ہے تو اللہ تعالیٰ اس بندے کو اپنی طرف سے، اپنی خصوصیت سے اس کو اجر و ثواب عطا فرماتا ہے۔ اللہ تعالیٰ ارشاد فرماتا ہے کہ یہ بطور خاص میں نے اپنے بندے کو عطا کیا ہے، جس کا ثواب میں بندے کو خود جتنا چاہے اتنا دوں گا۔ لہٰذا ہم پر ضروری ہے کہ ہم رمضان المبارک کے مہینے کی قدر کرتے ہوئے اللہ کا قرب حاصل کرنے کی کوشش کریں، اور جس کے ثواب میں اللہ تعالیٰ سب سے بہترین جو اللہ تعالیٰ بات بتا رہا ہے وہ یہی حضرت سہل بن سعد رضی اللہ عنہ سے روایت ہے کہ رسول اللہ صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم نے ارشاد فرمایا کہ جنت کے دروازوں میں سے ایک دروازہ ہے جسے باب الریان کہا جاتا ہے۔ قیامت کے دن اس دروازے میں سے صرف روزے دار ہی داخل ہوں گے۔ پکارا جائے گا، کہاں ہے وہ لوگ جو اللہ کے لیے روزے رکھتے تھے؟ تو صرف روزے داروں کے لیے وہ مخصوص دروازہ ہے جس میں روزے دار داخل ہوں گے۔ یہ سب سے بڑا اللہ تعالیٰ کی طرف سے آخرت کا اجر و ثواب ہے کہ اللہ تعالیٰ نے روزے داروں کے لیے ایک مخصوص دروازہ رکھا ہے، صرف روزے دار ہی اس سے داخل ہوں گے۔ اسی طرح جس طرح روزہ رکھنے کے فوائد اور اس کے اللہ تعالیٰ کے قریب حاصل کرنے کا ایک ذریعہ ہے، اسی طرح اگر کوئی شخص بغیر کسی شرعی عذر کے روزہ نہیں رکھ رہا ہے تو اس کے نقصانات بھی بڑے ہیں۔ آپ صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم کا ارشاد ہے کہ اگر کوئی شخص روزہ بغیر کسی شرعی عذر کے روزے کو چھوڑتا ہے تو وہ عمر بھر بھی اگر روزہ رکھے تو وہ اس کی تلافی نہیں کر سکتا۔ اس لیے ہم پر ضروری ہے کہ ہم رمضان المبارک کی قدر کریں۔ ہم میں سے بہت سارے حضرات بلا وجہ روزے کو چھوڑتے ہوں گے، ان کے لیے یہ بہت ان کے لیے ایک سیکھنے والی حدیث ہے کہ اگر وہ عمر بھر بھی، اگر سال بھر نہیں، عمر بھر بھی اگر وہ روزہ رکھنے کی کوشش کرے تو اس ایک روزے کی وہ تلافی نہیں کر سکتے۔ اللہ تعالی ہمیں رمضان المبارک جیسے مہینے کی قدر کرنے کی توفیق عطا فرمائے، اور رمضان المبارک میں زیادہ سے زیادہ دعا و استغفار کا اہتمام کرے۔ اللہ تعالیٰ بس یہی چاہتا ہے کہ بندہ میرے قریب آ جائے، بندہ اپنے خواہشات کو مارتے ہوئے میرے قریب آ جائے اور شیطان کے وسوسوں سے بندہ دور ہو جائے۔ اللہ بس یہی چاہتا ہے، اس لیے اللہ اپنے بندے کو قریب کرنے کے لیے بہانے ڈھونڈ رہا ہے۔ اس لیے رمضان کے مہینے میں زیادہ سے زیادہ دعا و استغفار کا اہتمام کرے اور اپنے آپ کو اللہ کے قریب کرنے کی کوشش کرے، اس لیے کہ رمضان المبارک کے مہینے میں اللہ تعالیٰ کی توجہ اپنے بندوں کی طرف بہت خاص ہوتی ہے۔ اگر کوئی شخص رمضان المبارک کے مہینے میں روزہ رکھتے ہوئے گناہ کرتا ہے تو آپ صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم کا ارشاد ہے کہ اگر کوئی شخص روزہ رکھتے ہوئے جھوٹ بولتا ہے، ناجائز کام کرتا ہے، تو اللہ تعالیٰ کو ایسے بندوں کا کھانا پینا چھوڑنے کی کوئی ضرورت نہیں ہے۔ ہم میں سے ہر ایک شخص صبح سے لے کر شام تک رمضان کے مہینے میں اس کی غیبت ہم کرتے رہتے ہیں، لہٰذا اللہ تعالیٰ کو ایسے بندوں کے کھانے پینے چھوڑنے کی کوئی ضرورت ہی نہیں ہے اگر کوئی شخص اس طرح کا عمل کرتا ہے۔ لہٰذا ہم رمضان المبارک کے مہینے کو ایک مہمان، جس طرح ہم ہمارے گھر میں مہمان آنے کے بعد ہم اس کی قدر کرتے ہیں، اسی طرح اللہ نے بطور مہمان کے ہمیں عطا کیا ہے تو ہم بھی اس کی قدر کریں، اور ہم اس مہینے کو جس طرح اللہ نے ہمیں گزارنے کی ہدایت دی ہے، جس طرح آپ صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم نے اسے گزارنے کی رہنمائی کی ہے، اسی طرح ہم اس کو گزارنے کی کوشش کریں۔ اللہ تعالی ہمیں رمضان کی قدر کرتے ہوئے اس پر عمل کرنے کی توفیق عطا فرمائے۔ وآخر دعوانا ان الحمد للہ رب العالمین۔ السلام علیکم ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ۔